There are certain things I might be saying tonight that you're going to say, I don't agree with that. That's okay. But keep your mind open. So, basically, when was the last time you negotiated? And to very much paraphrase Shakespeare, all the world's a stage, and men and women merely negotiators. Do you remember when you entered into your first negotiation? Probably not, as your first negotiation would have taken place when you were a toddler. And you wanted something, and your parents weren't acquiescing to your request. You probably stomped your feet, yelled, resorted to crying, and, some kids probably hit their parents. And depending on your parental units, you either got your way, ended up with the longest timeout in history, or were sold to a roving bank. Regardless, your first negotiation was probably not that successful. And with time, you learned what works and what doesn't work, but somewhat on an elemental basis. As we grow older, however, negotiations become more complex and more of a chess game, where there are many master players who know moves that you have never experienced, and therefore you're somewhat vulnerable to checkmate. And we also need to realize what works in one situation. That was somebody about to throw a knife, I know. We need to realize what works in one situation doesn't necessarily work in another, because the stakes are different, as are the players. And as Albert Einstein once said, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Negotiation, if you're into looking it up on the thesaurus, it's bargaining, arbitration, compromise, consultation, debate, diplomacy, discussion, mediation, transaction, and a whole bunch of others. I had to limit because of the time I have. And all of the descriptors may come in play during a negotiation. But put simply, a negotiation involves two or more parties where each wants to obtain a positive benefit out of the transaction. This necessarily creates a type of adversarial scenario because, of course, each party wants to maximize its benefit.